Sudden Fall here with a guide for Grey Dawn. It costs $29.95 AU. I will mention it's LT to run early on. The first thing we want to do is head to the closet.
What is this?
And then you'll notice on the ground there's a collectible.
A phonograph cylinder.
We can turn off the radio now. This will get us an achievement for the first audio cylinder. There is 5 in the game, and we also have to listen to them all.
Reported missing from St. Mary's Church. This is the 7th in a string of children reported missing since just last month. All of them were
soon we'll have the option to pray at this cross, so I'm just standing here waiting.
Under the custody of Father Abraham Marcus. Eyewitness confirms.
They've gone mad. Are they accusing me? Each night I pray for the safe return of the altar boy, God as my witness. Could there be an unholy will at work here?
Now, we have breaking news about the killer priest from Black Tower. Eyewitness confirms he really did murder those 8 children. Father Ryan Carpenter is here with a message for him.
Father, we have to speak about what you did.
Heavenly Father,
You
help
used to
me
call
in
them
these
angels,
dark
but in the
times,
end you
for
killed
you
someone
know
as
I
well.
am your humble servant. I hear the demons gnawing at my faith. My mind is clouded by doubt. Guide me towards the light in these darkest of hours. Wherever the child may be, I know you are with him. I will not lose my faith. I know you will give me a sign.
And then a letter will appear on the door. Click on the letter.
Forgive me, Father. Tonight I will leave this world. My suffering is more than I can bear. I always thought I could find solace among the mortals, but I was a fool. You'll find me at the end of the world. I am waiting for you, and please, do not despair.
And then we interact with the
You're alive?
door when it lets us to unlock the chains, and then we unlock with the door again, and then walk through, and that's this chapter.
This place? Is this another of the devil's tricks?
This place is not of your world. It is within the grasp of heaven. It is a part of paradise. God himself gave us this place. Only the brave, the righteous, and the loving can stay here.
This part, just
You're
follow
not
the
one of
path
them
to the
yet.
painting.
In time you'll change.
That's another collectible in
Soon
this
your eyes will see the truth. You'll
game.
break the seal
We'll be
of the
collecting
mystery.
all of them but one, and then you have to
a
repeat a
gift.
part of the section of the game
Image
to,
of Christ.
with the last
What a
collect one to
curious
get the
gift.
good ending.
Because
you have to get both bad and good ending.
They're all scattered around my world. Bring 8 of them to the great priest, and he will reveal a
So
great
for this door, it
mystery.
won't open until the kid stops talking. There is a way to get through the door
Remember,
a little bit
every
quicker
place
though,
that you'll visit in my
and that
world.
is, if you notice when you hit the front door, it
Was
doesn't
that
open, but
place
the back
even
door
real?
you can go through.
I think I'm going...
So you want to walk up to this frog and interact with it. Then interact with this door.
God is dead. The creator of all things is no more. God is dead.
Then we want to answer the phone. And then we want to turn around during this phone call. That'll get you another achievement. This one is missable if you don't turn around.
Hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And this is where I can actually say an Aussie line of Stone the Flamin' Crows.
Sacramental bread. What
because there was quite literally flaming crows.
Holy
So collect the
There's a
bread,
story about a priest
collect
and
the
his boy.
holy water, interact with the radio, and then interact with the radio again.
In a faucet!
I never felt ashamed about my relationship.
Open the
with
door,
Alexandra.
walk through,
She always had a peculiar
go through this
smell of wine
open
and about me.
door,
Especially
collect
the
the
Roman ritual. I used this on David to banish the demon
book
that
and
tormented
collect
us for
the
a long
wine.
time.
Interact with the frog. So give us a cutscene.
What is this?
Go into the kitchen here.
A phonograph cylinder.
Collect your second cylinder. Interact with the phonograph here to place the cylinder in. We have to listen to all 5, so it's better to do it throughout than all at once, because then you don't have to listen to it if you don't want. I would recommend listening to it though. This game's got a very good story.
6 years ago at an exhibition.
But for the purpose of the guide, I'm going to continue on. So place the statue on the head. Ignore the ghost boy for now. Open this door and collect another cylinder. This is our third cylinder. Now we go upstairs, because that's where the ghost boy went, and follow the ghost boy.
Who would have done that?
David,
Go through the door, and
if you
that's the
don't
next
show
section.
yourself, the entire
So
village will
here,
send you
we're-
off to the gallows.
We have to grab the paintings.
Grown-ups never understand anything by themselves, and it is tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining things to them. Listen.
Those
I want
icons
to
look
give my
exactly
mother a
like the
flower,
floating ones
but
from the
the flower
shore.
is dead. Can you bring it to life?
So walk over to these pumps that you can see over here, and you'll want to turn the dials to a cup of hot tea and winter night
Something missing here.
to save yourself a bit of time.
The flow of the holy tears.
So a cup of hot tea and then winter
He
night.
ran from truth, but he fell into a dark sleep.
Now we want to turn over
Took
here
things
and go
and
across the
element with
water.
him. He's buried somewhere around.
It appears to be the tomb of the ignorant man
Make sure to turn this
David was
tap.
telling me about.
And then we just have to remove these rocks to get to the object that's right there. So now that we got the object and we've turned the tap, we can go back. We'll be following Alexander to a painting.
David, is that you?
No, he's Alexander.
Who is Alexander?
He's my brother. I don't want to speak
go this
about
way?
him right now. Some memories bring back pain.
We can go up here and collect the thing that Alexander was going to show us. I'll get you another achievement for finding another icon. And the 2 turned dials we did, all we have to do now is put the pipe in between them and that'll be done.
I really love to play such types of games with you. You're a bit boring as all the adults, but you will get used to it in time.
Yet I don't understand.
So now we can enter the door. I like to enter it from behind for a bit of fun. So we want to open the book,
Someone destroyed this precious book.
Grab the
just to
key.
hide a key inside.
put the key into the cross. Turn the cross around.
Oh God! Do I really have to read
Interact with the
these
boy.
things?
And now outside is his stall,
I
but
must
before we
get
do
my
that,
rosary and my
once we
stole,
open the door
the
and
Roman ritual and the holy water.
we go place another cylinder in the phonograph. This will save us, again, if you don't want to, listening to them. Because it will play while we're doing the other stuff.
I love you in my own way.
Again, I still would highly recommend listening to them. They add to the story.
As a priest, I'm forbidden to do that. I swore an oath. My stole. Even so,
Interact with the stole. Go through the door, close the door. Interact with the boy.
Prayer to St. Michael the Archangel.
Form
In
an
the name of the
exorcism.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, Amen. Come to the assistance of men, whom God has created in his likeness, and whom he has redeemed at a great price from the tyranny of the devil. The Holy Church venerates you as her guardian and protector. To you the Lord has entrusted the souls of the redeemed to be led into heaven. Pray therefore for the God of peace to crush Satan beneath our feet, that he may no longer retain men captive and do injury to the church. Offer our prayers to the Most High, that without delay they may draw his mercy down upon us. Take hold of the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. There's something in the
So now we want to interact with this fireplace. The bottom right, 3 times. We'll put it on 6.
and burnest the unworthy. Scorch me.
Then the bottom left once. We'll put the other one on 6. And then the top left once, and that'll put it on 6, which will give you 666.
This pain is unbearable.
Interact with the chest. Select the item in the chest.
You, a demented maniac, should not hold such a great artifact. Don't you know that wounded hands cannot hold such poison?
Do not forsake me, my lord. In thy light I shall see the light.
Impressive.
So now we're in a
Music
section of the
box in
game
shape of a heart.
where we
This is
have
indeed
the
a great
mechanical
artifact.
heart, and that'll change the
I
weather
must
as
have
this
forgotten
cinematic's
it
showing you.
that night when I left the house. Be
When it
very
turns
careful.
again here,
You are responsible for what
if you hit
found.
X, you can actually change it to winter before this cutscene's over, which will save you a little bit of time. As you can see there, I just managed to change it in time.
Why does this place
Because otherwise
so
those doors,
familiar to me?
gates aren't open, and you have to
Something
change it to
tells
winter.
me that the innocent and the beautiful
So you can head
disappear.
left soon,
I fear that I
and there'll be a
am
woman
lifeless,
and a child at a grave. We want to
not
interact
these
with the
poor
photos on the
souls
grave.
buried here.
And we want to take those photos and place them onto other graves. One of the graves is up here. You can place that here. And the other one is across here. The boy does show you, but I also show you, so. Then we can race him to the woman. And interact with the woman.
Don't cry, woman. The children are now in the embrace of heaven.
Now we can grab the thing that's left behind, which is another collectible.
They are
And as you can see, they're all
ascending
rising
to heaven.
and ascending to heaven. Up here, we can interact with something on this book.
Only the
Then we
brave
can go down here.
can enter the great laboratory. Only the one that can crush a demon and bring it as a burnt offering for the
Once you go through this gate, you
of
want
the
to change it
worlds.
from winter
demon
to
of the
spring.
Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were
Head
two
right
great
here
warriors, a shepherd
And interact
and a little
in the
prince
front
fighting
car seat
against an unjust
is a
king.
collectible.
The two warriors reached the gates of the city and called out their enemy, the king. He cowardly hid behind two of his archers. It so happened that some of their arrows were dipped in poison. One of those arrows hit the little prince.
Head across here and then change it to winter. Interact with the thing on the book. The syringe.
There was
Interact
warm
with
blood in
this
his
to
fragile
unlock
body.
it. And then we have
But
another
then
puzzle.
it was
So the
corrupted
middle
by
one,
poison.
you
His
want to place it on
lungs
the left.
desperately gasped for air.
This one, you want to
only
place where
for a
it
soft
is, just down
reason.
below.
His
Turn
mind
the
was
tap.
the only thing that was kept safe.
Grab the last
Then
hook.
he started shedding tears.
Place it
Some
on the
say
last
his
one.
crying
Scroll down,
echoed
interact
more
with the
than
case,
1,000
place the
tolling
needle in the
bells.
case, and then interact with the ritual dagger. Interact with the syringe again, and then interact with this lever. And that solves this puzzle.
Oh God, I always asked myself why God allowed children to die.
Don't be sad. You must be brave now. Do not linger like this. You must journey forth. Be brave.
Good evening, Father Abraham. Are you there? If you are hearing this
Here,
message,
we
then
have to open
please
the
go
door and
outside.
then head
It
down
appears that someone has a
outside, but
surprise
before we
for
do,
you.
we've
You can
got
find
one
it
more cylinder to listen to, so we'll do that quickly.
Special biscuits for you.
Wait, Father.
This is our third
There
cylinder.
really are biscuits. Don't forget to share them with those hungry children from the orphanage. That is, if there's anyone left you haven't killed yet.
You dare to say we shall
But I
never
fear
see
the
each other
worst.
again. It
So
is
now you can interact with the door for
Listen to
outside.
me, Abraham.
This is the first snow I've seen in years. It makes me feel oddly comfortable.
You'll soon see
This isn't snow.
our car,
What
and
is
that's what you want to head to.
Oh, God. Volcanic ash.
As you can see, the car is on fire. We need to interact with the boy.
This thing is going to
Then there's a
explode.
fire extinguisher on our left we need to get.
Fire.
Interact with the fire. And collect the lighter that is left behind.
We do not abide by the law of God. We are religion. We are pleasure and greed. We are both pure and obscene. We are children who died on baptized. We are called Morai. There are 7 of us. We want to go back in hell, but we want to drag you with us.
A demon.
So follow the demon bunny.
But I remember you didn't like the women so much. Oh, sorry if I said something wrong.
Interact with the floor, then walk away. Once you hear it clink, go back. Collect our demon bunny.
I have the demon.
So
I
now we
can
head
finally
down
enter
past
the
the
church.
graveyards, up to the altar place. So you want to turn it to spring first so we can cross this bridge, and then back to winter once we cross the bridge, so that way we can go up to this altar. Turn right here, and we'll just be up at this hill on the right. So place the
I
demon
thought a
on
lot
the
about your
altar.
dedication. I
And
sense
this door will
something
open.
good residing within you.
Our first thing to collect will be on the left when the doors open. Then we want to walk over to the right and collect the green crystal.
The crystal seems
Then we want to
to
collect
be
the
alive.
key case.
I always
On
kept
this
a
book,
watchful eye
and we want to go
on
over
the great
here,
laboratory.
interact with the drawer,
When there were no
grab the
more
magnifying
children
glass,
left
put
to
that
play
right
inside
there,
the laboratory,
interact with the
I
third
closed
magnifying
the
glass
altar and buried
twice.
the key.
So you have to move so
Whomsoever
that the
wishes
hand shows
to
up twice
enter
in the first one.
needs to create a
And
new
that'll be
key
this one solved.
from Eucharistic tears, essence of earth, and tincture of the sun. Then they must find my cave and forge it.
That gives us tincture of the sun.
ethanol.
This must be the tincture of the
So for this second one, we have to grind the crystals in the grinder. So place the crystals, hit the grind mechanic, hit these two once, then hit this, and then wait till the button turns green. Try and move back as far as you can. And this will make essence of earth.
How can this be possible?
What a peculiar planet. People grow 5,000 roses in one garden, yet they don't find what they're looking for. What they're looking could be found in a single rose or a little water. I can rise above the earth and watch everything moving in this universe. Now is your time.
This must
Now we
be
can collect
the
the
essence
of earth. Place the object here after you collect the matches.
Those so-called
Change that one
Eucharistic
with the
tears
H on it to
are
2.
in fact pure water.
So
I
keep hitting
need
this
2
lever
molecules
until
of
you get
hydrogen
2.
and 1 of oxygen.
Then move up to the lever here and change this one till it lands on 1. And then hit the middle here to light the candles.
Now,
And now we
David,
can take that.
where can I find
Now we can
Elder
leave
Joseph? I need
and
to
head
forge
down.
this key.
Elder Joseph
And you'll see a
lives
sleigh.
not far from here, but his cave is hidden.
We have to have
I
it
will
winter, you
help you
can't
find
interact
it.
with the sleigh otherwise.
Outside, you will find that I have arranged a sleigh for you. I always loved the winter.
Jump in the sleigh.
I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life.
Who are you?
Once we get out of the
I am
sleigh,
his
you want
father.
to change it to
We will be
Spring.
at your side until the end of times.
because there's an icicle blocking the door in winter. Then we can open the door, grab the bone,
My son, unfortunately,
open the
if
bottom,
you are
place the
reading
bone,
this,
open the top,
it means I am no
place the
longer on this
coffin.
earth. Now that
You don't
have
need to
brought
open
the
it,
world's
place the
rarest
urn,
treasures from the
and then
temple,
turn the valve.
you
It'll
need
close
to
the
mix
coffin if you
them
open it, so
inside a
don't need
simple
to
jug.
close it.
Put everything inside the ethanol.
Open the
This
coffin now and
is
take the
it.
key.
Now that I hold
Now I can
this
leave.
key, I feel as though
Turn it
I'm
to
one
winter
step
so that we
closer
can use
to
the sleigh.
finding the truth. Indeed, I'm afraid the truth could
And then we
either
just have to go
elevate
back
me
to
the
that
grace of God,
where we place the
or
demon
destroy my
to
very
interact
being.
with the key on the door, and then interact with the altar for the last part of this section. So head back up the hill. Try not to get stuck on graves. Head inside. And head to the door here to place the key in that we just made. And then interact with this
You are
altar.
haunted by 7 demons. I'm afraid the cruel and early embrace of death has greeted them unbaptized. You need to place their hearts on this altar to put them to rest. I also need the skull of a saint. I advise you to search for a book of rituals in your library. It will help you when you have to face them.
7 hearts and the skull of a saint? Clues in my library. I also have a special book there.
Now we have to head back
Rituals
to
for
the house.
Banishing the Devil. Years ago, I travelled to Transylvania. There, the townsfolk had a peculiar way of dealing with the ghosts of unbaptized children. They would take the body out of its tomb and bring it. The exorcism was a mistake. Now I can clearly see David was not possessed. That was only in my mind. He would often ramble about mysticism, about after death, about eternity, about things I couldn't comprehend at that time. I took this as a sign of demonic possession. What child in the world speaks Hebrew at such an early age? He would preach the gospel to the children from the orphanage. He would then go to church in the middle of the night and would stay there, crying for hours.
You want to head to the right once you
hours.
head inside, and then head to the
Followed
left,
him
this
one
door
night.
here.
He kept on praying, God,
Then head
have
to your left
mercy
and
on
run
me.
through here
Oh,
until the
God,
cutscene
have
activates.
mercy.
And you want to collect the 2 objects on the table. To your right. Now we want to light all the candles as we go through the rooms. Until the candles are lit, we can proceed through. Interact with the book.
So this is how the ghosts of the unbaptized children want to drive me mad. You stand no chance, Satan. I believe in God and He is my Savior. Do you
Interact
hear me?
with the printing behind the book.
Could this mean that the 7 missing children are in fact victims of cholera? I knew I couldn't be guilty. I'll call the radio station right now. They deserve to know the truth before
Interact with the
it's
phone.
too late. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, caller.
This is Father Abraham Marcus from St. Mary's.
Good heavens, the killer priest, the child murderer himself?
Silence your lying tongue. You know as well as I do that those children didn't go missing. They died of cholera. Stop turning people against me with false claims. Why are you all trying to crucify me by connecting me to their deaths?
Father, please, listen. We don't care if you killed them or not. We're particularly interested in that poor little altar boy, David. What did you do with him? Please, do tell.
Enough of this madness. They're acting like demons as well, like wild
So we want to go back
beasts.
to that skull
I shall
that I was
linger
at
no
earlier
more.
and
One
grab
night.
the
The
ritual
ritual
knife.
when the
Where is
northern
it?
lights
Then we want to
can
go
be
up
seen
here to our
clearly
left
in the night
and
sky.
talk to the boy that's
You
moved.
don't scare
The
me.
doll.
Do you understand?
I'm on your object. What harm could I bring? I know where you can find the book, but for this you must sign the blood pact on the shelf right here.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
To our right will be the puzzle. You want to interact with it and then look down. The will appear. And you want to interact with it again and go over to the Christmas tree. On the left here it'll show up. And then we want to interact with it a 3rd time. And go over where we got the ritual dagger, which is the skeleton. And that'll be the 3rd key. Now we interact with it a 4th time.
Ah!
Open the door and take the book.
The book David told me about. Now, I should
Now we
get
can
out to
leave.
the crypt. I hope the gate to the old cemetery is open.
So we want to turn around first. And I would like to mention that one thing that I was disappointed was we can't interact with the animals. Sadly, we can look but not touch. So we want to get a key from this skull. And we want to move this cushion. Open this hatch. And get this collectible. We want to turn around and go back the way we came.
Welcome. This place was my home for a long time. We are holding a tea party on the nearby island.
So I want to go behind the house.
Until everyone is present. My brother Alexander was left behind, locked inside his bedroom. Can you open the doors and call him?
There'll be a cart.
Of
You want to go
course.
around it. And then you'll see a rock, and we need to interact with it to let the cart roll down into the tree and collect the next collectible that appears. I want to change it to winter and head inside the house. We have to collect 7 kids, technically dolls. One is on this cross here. Then when we open this door,
My God.
and then
this
open this room,
place,
there's one in the
it's
oven.
alive.
All grown-ups were once children, but only few
Then
of
through
them
here, there's
remember.
one on the balcony. Be careful opening some doors sometimes and trying to go through. You'll stop the door from opening. Then we go through over the left here, and there's one on the chair. Then we open this door and go back the way we came. And right here is another one. Then we go through this door, and on our left, behind it, is right here, is another. And then we go over here and interact with the syringe.
You know this
and then
isn't
interact with
funny.
the boy.
It's just a game. Go ahead.
No. Ah!
And then interact with the last one there, which is
It
us.
seems you're beginning to understand. It was
And
just
that's all
another
7.
test. Now
Change
you
it
need to
to
find 7
summer.
toys and bring them to me.
Wait,
In
spring,
exchange,
sorry.
I will give you the names of the
and
7
go up
children
this
you
tree
need to find.
get the
The dolls
last
are all
collectible of this
scattered
level.
inside the house.
And then we want to race down the tree because you can't go off. And just behind the tree is a boat.
I will tell you the truth about how
Made from a
Alexander
coffin.
died. David and Alexander never had a chance to play together as children do. Years ago, before meeting you, they lived at the Little Prince Orphanage in Romania. Then there was an outbreak of cholera. All the orphans were vaccinated with only 2 syringes. One of those
Interact with
was
the platform.
unsterilized, and it happened to be
Get
the
off the
one
boat
used on
and then
poor
interact with
Alexander.
the
David
object on
was
the boy,
spared.
which is the
We
butterfly.
pass through time
The butterfly will
like
fly off
wafted leaves in the
and wait
wind.
for it to land on this
I will
rope and then
forever
interact with the
Keep
butterfly and hit A to
Alexander
pull the rope
in
once.
my heart. Image, I
We'll
am of your
activate the,
unutterable glory, though I
cutscene.
bear the scars of my sins. O Lord, who watches over children in the present life and in the world to come, because of their simplicity and innocence of mind, abundantly satisfying them with a place in heaven, bringing them to live in radiantly shining places where the spirits
Once
of the
this
righteous dwell.
cutscene is over, we only have to interact with an object that appears on the grave, and then this part of the level is done, and we will be on to the next one.
There are 3 of you.
We are Trinity.
So for this part, you want to go outside.
Why did you become a priest?
Because of my love for God.
And as you can see that butterfly there, we actually have to follow it. I went through this game and tried skipping the butterfly, but it won't activate the next part unless you follow the butterfly, so you have to follow it.
Leave me alone.
Please.
I said leave me alone.
Stop. Where are you going?
Trying to keep it in sight for you so you can see where it goes, just in case you lose sight of it.
Leave me alone.
Please, don't do it. Stop. Please.
You still don't understand.
Now we can head
We
downstairs
lost everything.
and then interact with the deep sea diver outfit.
This pain any longer.
Suicide. Such an incorrigibly selfish thing.
This place stinks.
So it's a little hard to see, but you can see stairs on your right there, and that's what we want to head towards and go up.
The devil is twisting the reality.
There'll be a cylinder on this table just here, so we want to grab that and put that into the phonograph. There's a door to your right here. We have to go through. And then we have to interact with the graves, which will destroy the grave, and then interact with the coffins, and then perform an exorcism on the kids, and collect the hearts after it.
The wings of the air The Lord rebukes thee, devil. We make this great divine holy invocation and plea, O devil, for thine expulsion, as well as this rebuke for your utter annihilation, Satan. O eternal God, who has redeemed the race of men from the captivity of the devil, deliver thy servant from all the workings of unclean spirits.
Once we've done all three, we can leave. Two on the left and one behind us, as you can see.
Never be able to get pregnant. You're infertile. I'm sorry, but maybe that's God's will. Do not despair. Whenever you need my help, write to me. I will send you money. You need time to heal your...
Isn't it?
So now we're at the next
You
section.
must not fear. By
There's a collectible
transcending
here,
reality,
so we will be
you
making a
understand
spare
that
save
fear is for
soon,
those who see
but
only the
we won't be
material
collecting
world.
it yet,
But you,
as we want to
you
do the
can
bad
see
ending
more.
first.
You can
So we want to
see
go up
light.
here to this burnt out area and interact with the top table here and then the one next to it.
The problem with you is that
And
you
now we can
don't
turn around.
have
As you can see,
faith.
they're all
For example,
visible, and
do
these
you believe with your
bridges
own
will have appeared.
that
You
can
want to
raise
use
a
your
temple sunken hundreds
toy
of years
heart
ago from
to
the
change it to winter, although you won't notice it's winter. If it's raining, you have it on the right one. So we can go through this door and collect this book.
And now here is my secret. A very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye.
Interact with this pedestal to place the book, and then head left to go to the next bridge. You want to turn the heart toy again so it's spring. And we want to go up this way, interact with the door, and collect the second book.
I have lived a great deal among grown-ups. I have seen them intimately, close at hand, and that hasn't much improved my opinion of them.
Place it on the pedestal, and then walk over here. Now we're going to be doing a skip or glitch technically, just because it saves a little bit of time. I would recommend you actually collect the third book though if you want the story, but you want to create a save. Once it's saved, you want to load it. This will save us having to collect the third book because the castle will now be raised. You'll load up facing that way, just turn around, and as you can see we haven't got the third book yet, but we can go in here, and if we walk to the middle, that'll end this level, and we don't have to collect the third book.
Is this the countenance of your glory?
We now have to do some more exercising as we load up here. You want to open this door And then we want to interact with the graves and exercise the kids again.
Command the evil and impure spirits and demons to depart from the soul and body of your
Remember,
servant,
after every
and not to
exorcism,
remain
collect
nor
the
hide
heart.
in him.
After this, we will end up with 7 hearts. Be careful not to hammer A to try and collect the hearts fast, because you can reclose the coffin. It's better to just be light about it.
The King of Glory and Lord Almighty, he shall rebuke thee, devil. May the Lord rebuke thee. He who shall come again with glory upon the clouds of heaven with his holy angels to judge the living and the dead.
Collect the heart again.
He who calls forth the water of the sea and pours it upon the face of all the earth. Lord of hosts is his name. Satan, the Lord rebukes
After you
thee.
collect this heart, this will end this part of the level.
I'm fading.
Just to show you that you fade, I'm looking at the phonograph. And as you can see, you faded.
I'm dead.
Do not worry. There's a magic potion that can bring you back. I will help you brew it.
So this is a long section to a degree, but it's not that difficult. It's just long, and we have to do it twice. So collect the
A
rose
red
from the kid.
rose. Thank you, little one.
It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important.
If we look up, there's a nice cool ship there. So with the fountain, we want to interact with the bottom one till we get the key symbol. So once, and then the middle one once, twice, 3 times to get the flower symbol, and that activates this, so we can go into the ship. The symbols we needed were right there on the wall there.
It was my home for hundreds
And here
of
we
years.
can go in this door. We can take the cross.
David, did
Take
you
the
steal
lever.
this cross?
Take the Mercury. Take
Why
that,
keep it in
which will
such
drop
a
a painting,
precious
and then we
this-
can build this. I've sped up the footage because you don't need to see me sit there actually building it, but I've slowed it down when I'm down to the last one so that you can see what it looks like and what you're building. Starting with biggest pieces always helps. So right here it's back to normal speed, and this is what it looks like. So with that done, we can leave and we can collect another object just here. Which is sulfur.
Or rather philosophical sulfur, as
Put
an
the lever
alchemist
here
would
and then
say.
turn it. This will bring the house closer so that we can open the back door now and go through that way.
What is this sound?
The Romanian monks from the old monastery. It is a call to prayer.
There'll be a drink on the table we want to interact with.
My flower. I'm responsible for her. And she's so weak and so naive. She has 4 ridiculous thorns to defend her against the world, like you.
So now we want to head to the right over here.
Once I played on this beautiful island. One day I found a cave. I walked toward its entrance. Inside, I found the most beautiful toys and the most exquisite sweets.
So this is your hiding place.
So we have a few things to do.
This
Take
is
the
not a game anymore.
light the candles, take the
Shine
matches,
within my heart,
and place that
loving master. The pure
cup
light
there. Then
in
solve this
you.
puzzle by clicking on the pieces.
I
Place that
see
piece of
the
paper there.
light
Place that
of
piece of paper
life.
there. And then here we have 4 points to interact with. One's there, one's there, one's there, and one's there. Once that's all done, light the candle, and this will fill up the cup.
Make thy slave a child of light.
A lot of objects to interact with for that section. If you light the candle and I'm missing something like the cross up there, then it won't make the drink. So now we'll load up here and we can go upstairs. And there'll be a chariot outside waiting for us. It's really cool flame horses if you want to have a look at them. Close the door if you want. You don't have to, but aim at the doll or dummy and that'll activate the chariot ride.
My master was also a son of light, yet he fell.
David is an angel. Soon the pain will end.
Hell is not temporary. Hell preserves the pain. After death, you'll have no flesh to experience your sinful delights. No stomach to enjoy the food, no tongue to enjoy the sweet wine, no body to enjoy the pleasures of your horse. Yet you'll crave for all those things. This is pain.
Now we can exit out the chariot and go into the church. You want to head straight down and to the left to the basement. We are now inside a brothel. You want to grab the sword here. And then you want to go over here. I'm doing this just to show you as soon as you stab the egg, you see the bath just disappeared there. You do need to stab the egg, by the way. I just angled myself that way to show you the bath disappearing so that you know you don't have to talk to the creature. We can go straight down. There's a little bit of a trick here. When you go down, you've actually got to let go of your and then let go of the left stick and then push down again. It doesn't seem to register it if you're holding down when you interact with it. This is the last cylinder we need for the phonograph, so collect that and then place that in the phonograph, and this will get you 2 achievements. One for collecting the last one, and one for listening to all of them.
I love you. See?
Now collect the...
I knew there was a way. It's perfect. We both have what we wished for forever.
cross
We never considered
and
the
rosaries,
possibility.
and then
Nothing
put it
has
in
been. On the
the
contrary, I cannot express my happiness in
infertile
words. I remember when I was telling you that I would denigrate you in
Kid
front of people.
thing there.
How stupid I was. The devil
I don't know what you'd
out of
call
my
it.
life.
Embryo, I guess.
Really exists. I see the
And then we
greater
climb up
joy
this ladder
when
again.
I look him in his sweet eyes. I love you, Abraham.
And we can interact with the creature and feed it. This will kill the creature.
God,
There's a door that appears behind the creature. Interesting fact is you can actually feed it the
It is true.
things without picking up the
God would never cast
cross,
us
and it just
away
keeps
from
asking
his
for them, and they
face.
keep reappearing.
For there was a
I
holy
thought maybe it
man
might give you something
praying
different
for
if you
the
did that.
skull of the
Collect the
saint
skull,
who
and
saved
that ends
us
this section.
from God's wrath.
Now interact with this pedestal, and we will have
You've
all
done
the
it.
objects.
You banished them. I know you have a
Collect
lot of
this
unanswered questions, but
object.
words are the source of misunderstandings. Inside, there's a special toy I crafted for you, the key to our little secret.
And now we'll load up back in the church now that we collected that. So open the door. And then we can interact with this.
I can't see a way to open it without risking
Walk
breaking
forward and you'll see a kid appear. When it turns into closed, turn around and walk forward again.
Please, forgive me. Forgive me.
Father, oh Father, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death.
Forgive me.
So you want to turn around, you want to collect the wood and the crow.
Feathers, this is insane.
Then we want to go up these stairs. And we want to go up the second set of stairs.
He who hung the earth upon the waters is hung on the
And then
cross.
the second area here has some
Angels is
rope.
decked with a
And then we
crown
want to
of
go down
thorns.
one.
He who wraps the heavens in clouds.
And then on the
is
left
wrapped
here
in the
is
purple of mockery. He
wax.
who freed Adam
And then
in
interact with
Jordan
this and then
is
grab the
slapped in
wings.
face. Father, into your hands I commend my soul.
This is not real. What am I doing here?
Last world we will
So
ever
now
visit.
we are in another section.
My friend.
We want to grab the wood that's here. Again, we can't pet any of the animals, sad face. Grab the nails. Then interact with this. I fast forwarded it again because, as you know, you don't want to watch me fumble around with it, but you do want to see the end result, so I've slowed it down when I get to that point. As you can see here. The pieces on this one are way bigger, so it's much easier to put together. Once you do that, grab the saw, the hammer, and then we can put it all together and make ourselves a coffin. Now we can actually head inside. And to the right here, then interact with the boy, and then interact again to place the coffin. Now, there's a trick here. If you stand at this mirror, you're supposed to interact with it. And I just hammer, I don't know the timing, but if you basically just keep hitting A, eventually it'll show up with you having to look at the mirror. And that's skipping a section where we do actually have to look at the mirror, because we get handed a drink and then have to look at the mirror, and then the guy moves away from the door. This way we get look at the mirror, we get the drink, and we can just leave. We don't have to wait for him to move. Save us a little bit of time.
Părinte, acolo de unde ați venit, ați auzit de nemernicii ăia doi care mi-au înviat copilul? Alexandra și Abraham.
As you can see, I just interacted with it,
Părinte, nu ne
and
lăsa.
he's
Avem nevoie de preot
getting
la
the drink as well.
înmormântarea copilului nostru.
Understand what she said.
Ajută-ne.
I've adopted him, but I didn't kill him. No, I didn't.
And the guy's already in front of the mirror now, so we can open that door, open this door, collect this, and then go place that on the boy for this section to be done. Of course, if you want to look at yourself in the mirror, because it's cool, you can not do that skip. It's just if you want to save yourself a couple of seconds. You have this cutscene to do now. I do like the bridge. When it starts to disappear, you'll notice that it's crows.
This is the
That's
path
really cool.
towards heaven, and there's no way back.
So now you want to interact with this to open it, collect this, collect the object here, and then we do the first part of the ritual.
I will give back your
Not for long though, because we'll be taking it right now. And then collect this. Then over here collect this, and then to your left, on the table here, collect that. Collect this. Then open this and collect this. Now if you interact with this door with A, you can quickly push A to interact with the object inside, and that'll save you a little bit of time, because we have to wait for it to get all set up. Once you have it and you're free to move, hit A to... You're gonna have to do it once. Once he starts talking, you know you've done it. Then we can just wait here. Aim yourself at where the object is in the middle of the boy's chest. There'll be an object that appears that we need to grab when it appears.
To the soul of servant where there is no pain, nor any sorrow, nor any sighing, but life everlasting.
And there you go, we placed the heart for David. So here we want to grab the wine on the left, and then on your right past the pedestal is the shovel. You want to interact with the shovel.
The earth's is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and all that dwell therein. You are dust, and to dust you will return.
Then we can interact with the boy again with the wine.
Sprinkle me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. You shall wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
I'm just looking at the owl for a little bit.
Nu! Nu luați copilul! Nu-l închideți înăuntru! Este frică de întuneric, sărăcuțul! David, dragul mamei, nu o să-ți mai văd chipul.
And now we're back at the church, so interact with this, and then turn around. If you want to know what the object is, have a look. I deliberately am keeping it a secret for the next playthrough. I will show what it is in the next playthrough we have to do for the good ending. Interact with the car. And now we are in another section. I had noticed in this section we're moving slow even though we're holding LT, and I thought maybe it's because the we're getting the bad ending, the sins are weighing us down. Because in the good run, or good playthrough, you can seem to run faster.
I will come
so maybe
down
you're lighter because
once
you
you've called the other
haven't got all the
7
heavy
children.
burdens.
They want to witness this special.
So we want to move this to the
I'm sorry,
chairs.
David.
You want to match the symbols. So the
didn't
first one's
find
up
all
here.
the icons.
And then you want to
What
wait till it
use
lets
would
you
they have
change
been
it,
anyway?
and then change to the next
No.
one, and find the next symbol. Next symbol's down and on your right. So right here. And then again, once it lets us change it, the next symbol is on our right and up to the left. And then we hit it again when it lets us. And the next symbol again is on our right. This one's a little bit harder to see, but it's right here. Then we have 3 symbols left. This one is on the left. Right here. Then this one again is on the left. And up the top slightly. So right here. And then the last symbol is on the left but slightly down. Once you hit the last symbol on its location, you can back out and then straight away turn around and look up. Once it's loaded, it will activate the cutscene. There's no need to wait for it.
Why don't I feel joy when I rest my eyes upon you? Why do I feel this burning? Why do I feel hate?
My love for the world is everlasting, but love burns. It is the river that separates the worlds. The righteous rejoice in the light, while evil suffers unspeakable torment.
So now we're David, so there's a couple of things we have to do. Take this sheet off the bed, interact with this.
A letter. I'll send it together with the key once I'm far away from here.
Collect the object, of course, and then interact with the door to lock it. Now we can go over here and interact with that, then the window.
You can all visit me in my world whenever you want.
Go this way.
If you come at any time, I shall never know what hour my heart is to greet you. So I'll always be ready to. Rise, rise into the sky to eternity and beyond.
Then we want to interact with David's body there.
Please don't die. Please, my child.
This will be our little secret.
No, no. How could God allow this to happen? How? In my indescribable grief, deep within my tormented soul, I searched for a way to keep him with me.
So you just want to follow the way I'm going, or follow the
fragile
blue paint?
Body returning to dust. I wanted to hold him in my arms for eternity, but I knew it would be impossible. I had to find a way of keeping him with me. But how? It was then that I had the idea. Alexandra couldn't stand the sight of it. She killed herself in a moment of despair.
So you want to go up the stairs and to your right here. And that door we listened to all the way at the start of the game, we finally get to see what's in it. So interact with the door, interact with the bathtub.
In a bathtub filled with ice. As I hold you, I feel the shadow of death wrapping itself around me.
And now we can go into that way. And you'll notice on one of the skeletons of a horse, there is a rope. Grab the rope. And then interact with the chair, and congratulations on your bad ending.
For I have betrayed innocent blood.
I fast forwarded it just so that we can get to it, but what you want to load Act 13, which is the save we made, Sunken Temple. If you remember, we did that little trick. That also created a save for us that we could load back in to get the good ending. So we want to head over back to the original bridge here. And there'll be a carriage here. Here we can collect the last collectible, which will get us an achievement as well. Now we can head back to that open door and continue on. I should say open archway, really, it's not really a door.
Is this the countenance of your glory?
So again, we have to interact with those unbaptized children, and we have to baptize them, and then collect the hearts. And once we've got 7 total, that'll end this section.
Command the evil and impure spirits and demons to depart from the soul and body of your servant, and not to remain nor hide in him. God, who is holy, beginningless, frightful, invisible, infinite in power, and incomprehensible in divinity, the King of glory and Lord Almighty, he shall rebuke thee, devil. May the Lord rebuke thee, he who shall come again with glory upon the clouds of heaven with his holy angels, to judge the living and the dead. He who calls forth the water of the sea, and pours it upon the face of all the earth, Lord of hosts is his name. Satan, the Lord rebukes thee. I'm fading.
So again, we'll wake up
I'm dead.
on the island
Do
with
not
the
worry.
pirate
There's a
ship, so we
magic
have to
potion that can
redo
bring you
this
back.
part again,
I
as
will
I
help
said.
you brew it.
So we'll collect the rose from the kid. Then we will go up to the fountain. I skipped the rose because it saves a bit of time. You can save yourself a bit of time, and actually there's something different that happens if you do that. Because I wanted to have the second playthrough just a little bit different to make it a bit more interesting than watching the same thing. So I did a couple of things differently, even if the puzzles are basically the same. But you want to interact once to get the key, and then again the middle one until we get the flower.
This is a strange ship.
It was my home for hundreds of years.
Open the door. Take the cross.
David, did you
Take
steal this
the
cross?
Other objects.
Mercury? Why
Now
keep it
here
in
I
such
angle
a
it so you can
precious
see the painting
container?
actually drop. It takes a little bit of fiddling. It's right there, see? And that's where it was hidden. I've sped it up again, so that way you don't have to watch me build it again, because you've already built it yourself, so you know what it looks like. I didn't even slow it down and stop it, because you don't need to see it twice. Open the door here, if you want to save yourself a little bit of time. And then grab this here.
Sulfur, or rather philosophical sulfur, as an
Interact with
alchemist
this
would
and
say.
then turn the lever. And then we can just run straight through, because we've got the door open already. So right here, you'll see the little girl with the rose if you skipped it. Little something different. You collect the rose here, and then you get to see the bridge
A red
show up,
rose.
which is kind of cool.
Thank you, little one.
It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important.
What is this sound?
The Romanian monks from the old monastery.
So again, we have
It
to
is a
get
call
that
to
drink
prayer.
off the table. And I want to show you something that's pretty cool. So I won't be going straight to the cave straight away. As you know, the flowers appear here.
My flower. I'm responsible for her. And she's so weak and so naive. She has 4 ridiculous thorns to defend her against the world, like you.
If we move back and then head to the left here, you'll notice that one of those flowers outside here is red. Thought that was kind of cool. I'm going to show that. We can head to the cave now.
Once I played on this beautiful island. One day I found a cave. I walked toward its entrance. Inside, I found the most beautiful toys and the most exquisite sweets.
So when we get inside this cave, we will have to grab the matches, place the 2 pieces of parchment on the 2 places that they have to, place the cross.
So this is your hiding place.
Grab the matches.
This is not a
turn on the
game
lights,
anymore. Shine
do the
within
puzzle
my
up here by
heart, loving
interacting with the
master.
pieces.
The pure
Some of the
light
pieces hide
in
behind
you.
it and place the 2
I
parchments.
see the
then the
light
cross.
of life.
And then we can interact with the 4 points here. And now we can light it and drink the drink.
Make thy slave a child of light. I am alive.
I interacted with the puzzle so fast that 2 of the pieces stayed highlighted. Kind of cool. So here we want to go up the stairs, and rather than interact with the chariot to do something different, as I said, I wanted this playthrough to be a little different as much as I could. We're going to walk our way there. It's actually about the same amount of time to walk or take the chariot. I actually personally think walking is a bit faster, only because with the chariot you have to interact with the doors, you have to interact with the doll, and if you interact with the door and move into it, it will sometimes get stuck and you have to move back, and that takes time. And I thought it was kind of cool walking through this area while you see the brimstone basically fall down, the fires. It's a really cool effect. So now we can go into the church. And then we can go back down to the basement. There isn't going to be much difference with this part of the playthrough to the bad ending, because we still appear in a brothel, and we still need the sword and to start the egg.
Storage room for the church.
I wanted to include the good run though, even with the same sort of puzzles, just so that way it's easier for someone to follow, rather than cut it.
Who dares to kill my children? You, the crazy priest.
Again, we want to head down the stairs, and this time we don't need to interact with the cylinder or the phonograph, so we can just grab the cross and the fetus and then feed the monster. So that saves a little bit of time.
These are jars containing fetuses. People in this town did despicable things for years.
Now we can go upstairs. Or up the ladder, I should say. And then we can interact with the monster. I thought rather than look at the monster die, because we saw that last time, we'd look at the brothel and the actual design of the level. It's really nice. The painting up the top, and then all the eggs and stuff. Really well designed.
Should erase us from the face of the earth.
Now we can open the door.
So
and if you want, you can look at all the pictures.
God would
before you
never
go to
cast us away from his face.
The saint, but we want to collect his skull again.
The skull of the saint who saved us from God's wrath.
And then that will activate the next section where we again can activate with the altar.
You've done it. You banished them. I know you have a lot of unanswered
You want to collect the
questions,
object again?
but
This time we can go
words are the
around, and if you
source of
notice, this is hollow. I thought that was kind of cool.
Inside, there's a special toy I crafted for you, the key to our little secret.
Something to play around with while you're waiting for it to load. So we want to interact with the door and then place the object, and like I said, I'm going to show you what the object is this time.
I can't see a way to open it without risking
Do
breaking
it, but you want to walk forward, and once you see the crows, turn around and then walk forward again. Collect the wood and then the wings from the crow.
Feathers. This is
Then we go up the ladder again, and then up the ladder to the top floor, and then past the second and grab the rope. Then we go down and then collect the wax on the left, and then interact and collect the wings on the right.
Father, into your hands I commend my soul.
This is not real. What am I doing here?
Last world we
So
will
again,
ever
we're in
visit.
this section.
Goodbye,
so we have to grab the
my
wood.
friend.
Then we have to go over here, grab the nails. Then we can build this again. Again, I've fast forwarded it just because you don't need to see me build it. Then we can grab the saw and the hammer. Grab the coffin and we can go inside.
Dacă n-ar fi fost el, cine ne-ar fi adus
As you can see over here, there's a
băiatul
cool
înapoi
goat. I
acasă?
wanted to show the goat off.
Cine știe
Really
pe
would
unde
have liked
i-ar
to be able
fi
to pat the goat.
zăcut oasele nevinovate? Ce năpastă,
Grab the
părinte.
coffin and then wait at the
I-am fi dat
mirror
noi
again so we can do
copilul la
the
orfelina, dar n-am iubit.
slight skip
Până
section.
la urmă, eu l-am născut. Niște oameni
Of
fără
course, this
mine l-au
playthrough, if you
adoptat.
want to not do it, you don't have to, or if you did
Dacă
it
i-aș
previous, you
întâlni-
can then attempt this
Dacă i-aș întâlni, le-aș
one.
smulge inima din piept cu propriile mele
Gives you
mâini.
something to do at least.
Da, cu propriile mele mâini. Și apoi le-aș vârâ-o pe gât. Ucigașii, ucigașii, ucigașii! Arză iar focul iadului să-i arză. Dumnezeule, copilul meu. Părinte, acolo de unde ați venit, ați auzit de nemernicii ăia doi care mi-au înviat copilul? Alexandra și Abraham. Părinte, părinte, nu ne lăsa. Avem nevoie de preot la înmormântarea copilului nostru. Ajută-ne!
I've adopted him, but I didn't kill him. No, I didn't.
Once you take the drink, we can leave and collect the last thing we need to place on David's body. So we can place that object. And then we will get the cutscene of heading towards the gravesite.
Let us take the son to his father. This is the path towards heaven, and there's no way back.
So now we have to interact with
never buried a child.
object again,
let
collect
alone
this,
mine.
and then collect that,
There must be a
and
book
then
to
we will
help me.
place, we'll do this first ritual. And you'll know you're doing the good playthrough when you do this part.
There is no greater love than this, to lay down one's life
Rather than
for
David's
one's
toy,
friends.
we place a real heart. Collect the heart, then on the left here, collect this object, then collect the one on the right, then the scowl, then on the left here, on the table, collect that, then open this and collect that, then interact twice with the door here. You have to hit A. I didn't hit A yet, so he's not doing anything.
Who would not, with groaning
Now
sighs,
as you
my
can see, he's
child,
talking.
and floods of clamorous tears, mourn the wealth of your
Again, aim
comeliness,
for
and
David's
the
chest,
beauty
so
shining
when the
forth
object appears, we
from
can
the
just grab it.
innocence of your heart. With the saints give rest, O Christ, to the soul of servant where there is no pain, nor any sorrow, nor any sighing, but life everlasting. I renounce myself and give
Interact with
my
the object,
own
giving him
heart
his heart.
to you.
Your heart, I should say. Then we want to collect the line and interact with the shovel again.
The earth's is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and all that dwell therein. You are dust, and to dust you will return. You shall sprinkle me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. You shall wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
This book, as you can see, it's just a hint on what you actually needed to do. Thought I'd show that since we're waiting. And since we don't need to watch the grave, thought I'd look around. The background is really cool. And look at this spread. See, it's raining. So as I promised, we can interact with that object now, and we will get to see the prize, and as you can see, it's a toy car. So we can open this door, and we can go into the real car. Now we've got to do this puzzle again, and as you can see, there's lots of owls around, and if you notice, I feel like it's running faster. As I said previously, I think because he's unburdened when he's doing the good ending, he runs faster because nothing's weighing him
I will
down.
come down.
Place
once
the
you've
object,
called the
and
other
then we can do
7
this
children.
puzzle
They
again.
want to
So
witness
again,
this special
this one's on your left and up the top.
I understand now.
It's much
You came
easier to
into
see
my
in
world
the
as light,
good
so that
playthrough
no one
because of the
who
color scheme.
believes in you would stay in
Then
darkness.
down on the right, and we interact with the third one. This one is up on the left, and then this one will be on the right. And then the next one will be on the left. And then the next one will be up and on the left. And then the next one will be down on the left. And then we can walk up to it so that way when it's done, it'll activate the cutscene.
Forgive me, Father.
I'll prepare for your glorious return to where you were before your fall, heaven. For this misery you have suffered, my love for you has grown. That is why, on your return and restoration, I will give you much more than I originally gave you before the fall. Salvation.
So here we just have to wait for it to load up the car. Sometimes it loaded me early, sometimes it didn't. So again, we're David, so collect the thing off the chair, then lock the door, then collect the...
I must
Oh, well, not collect, but then write the letter and collect the letter.
with the key once I'm far away from here.
Then you can interact with that. And on the table, you can interact with the coffee.
You can
for a
all
little
visit
roll.
me in my world whenever you want.
He's running
If you
away,
come
but
at
he's
any
still
time,
obeying the
I
law
shall
of
never
not
know
being allowed
what hour
coffee.
my heart is to greet you. So I'll
I mean, I
always
assume he's
be
running
ready
away.
to.
He could just be breaking out to have a bit of fun, because that's what kids do.
Rise, rise into the sky to eternity and beyond.
Interact with David.
Please don't die.
And then we will have to head
Please,
back to
my child.
the house.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
This will be our little secret.
We'll meet again one day. In my indescribable grief, deep within my tormented soul, I searched for a way to keep him with me. I never wanted to know his fragile body returning to dust. I wanted to hold him in my arms for eternity. But I knew it would be impossible. I had to find a way of keeping him with me. But how? It was then that I had the idea. Alexandra couldn't stand the sight of it. She killed herself in a moment of despair.
So now we get to interact with that door again and interact with the bathtub.
I kept his body in a bathtub filled with ice. I'll always keep you in my heart.
People have stars.
That is
They
the
aren't the
good
same.
ending.
For travelers,
Congratulations
the
on
stars are
finishing the game.
guides.
And thank you for watching.
Our silent stars. You, though, you'll have stars like nobody else, since I'll be laughing on one of them. For you, it'll be as if all the stars are laughing, and it'll be as if I had given you, instead of stars, a lot of tiny bells that know how to laugh.